What's up, everybody? I am BK, bkbangers.com. Welcome to another video. Today's video, I'm not cooking up, or I might cook up at the end, might try to, but I want to respond to a few subscribers who seem to have been having some difficulties with the InstaChords setup and how to go about doing it inside of Studio One. I didn't really see anyone ask too many questions about the setup in the MPC. Most of the questions and concerns were surrounded around Studio One. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to help you guys out. So Stevie Masters, he says, look at it and not a fan. It is quicker to lay the chord down by hand or just draw a chord with S1, Studio One, than to fiddle with this plugin. And my response was basically, all things aren't for everyone. Thanks for tuning in and communicating this. And I want to be clear with everyone, my subscribers or anyone who come across these videos. When I do any sort of review of any product, it's just a review, and I'm not telling you guys because I use it, you should use it. What I'm introducing it to you if you never knew of it. One, and two, if I do introduce something, it's in the benefits of helping. A lot of us are not classically trained, musically trained, and we play by ear. I, for one, play by ear. So when I come across any sort of tools that can hack my learning and my creativity, I jump on it, and I'm excited to share that with you guys because, again, when I began producing, and I was just, looking for some sort of guidance or instructions to something outside of the manual, I searched the internet, and sometimes I didn't find what I was looking for. So I'm just here to provide that help. So just as a disclaimer, nothing that I show on my channel is I'm not saying that it's the end all be all, but it's gonna have some spice and it's gonna help you, but you don't have to get it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go out your way because most of these things cost. So I'm not asking you guys to go out and purchase anything. So if you find it that it doesn't work for you, then it don't work. All right. So shout out to Stevie Masters. Thank you for communicating in the community. I appreciate that. Salute to MG the Future, Av McCree, Craft Masters. So right here, Cramsbury, I hope I'm saying your name right, says, thinking of getting this but need a better of understanding of routing this into Studio One 3 Pro. I had Cthulhu working but forgot how I did it because I tend to create everything from scratch as far as chords goes, but my progression gets repetitive. So this is a little winner, it seems like, but would like a better video breaking it down on the subject. So I've replied to him and I said, or her, I'm sorry, I asked, what would you like to be broken down? I said I could do another video, but what would you like to see broken down? Because I kind of, in this video particularly, I kind of walked you through the steps of routing everything. So I didn't understand the question and he just recently replied back saying probably, but you see, he's basically said I was explaining things in between it, so it kind of it was clouded. All right, so I'm going to try not to add any additional stuff outside of that in this video. And I think that was it. Steve Emerson said thanks, that helped. NES says appreciate the video. I have Studio One and I'm setting it up, mapping like you have it, and it's not working. See, so a lot of people are having like these issues where how I showed them to route it, they're having issues, but that's a technical thing on your end, because what I'm showing you is exactly what it is. No extra steps. In Studio One, you don't have to use patchwork, Blue Cat's patchwork. You could just route it. So there was no additional steps, really. And then I asked him what is not working. Have you made sure the VST's inputs is set to InstaChord? Because that might just be what it is. They're not setting the input to InstaChord, and they might not know that you're not going to hear any sound unless you play MIDI notes. So I'm going to show you guys. He then replied a day ago that they figured it out. He said, see, BK Banger figured it out. I didn't have the VST. I was feeding it through while using it. So see, there it is. And then he says, thanks. Wow. You're very welcome, sir. You're very welcome. So, somebody says, Caleb Mraz says, I got it to work for my computer, but I can't get it to work on my MIDI keyboard. Do you have any clue why? What MIDI keyboard are you using is my reply to Celeb or Caleb Mraz. I hope I'm saying your name right. What MIDI keyboard are you using, and what DAW are you using it with? Are you using it with Studio One, or are you using it with the MPC platform? I'm gonna try to answer your question in the later part of this video, but yeah, I just need to know what DAW you're working with, also what MIDI keyboard. Someone says, bro, good looks. I got it from Mac. Thought I wasted my money. I don't know how to use it. Peacemaker Music Production says, bro, good looks. I got it from Mac. Thought I wasted my money. I don't know how to use it. And we went back and forth in a couple that's some other stuff. C-Rams Burry says he finally got it. Alright, so C-Rams finally got how to set it up, but I'm gonna still show how to set it up here. Salute to everyone that subscribes, and shout out to anyone who takes the time to post some comments inside of the comments area. I know it takes a lot for you guys to get out your shell and comment. A lot of you guys you know, don't have any subscribers, don't have any work on your channel, because I do, you know, click on your links, your icon, your avatar, and go on your channel and check you out. If you have anything going, I'll view it. I'll even post a comment. Salute to all the people, you know, who take time out of their day to dislike my videos. I appreciate it nonetheless, because you viewed it. You know, a view is a view. And you took time to hit dislike. You know, there's 33 likes and there's 1 dislike. So I guess I did something that you disliked. And, you know, again, everything I do is not for everyone. So I appreciate your dislike nonetheless. I just wish you'd step out of the dislike and come down here into the comment section and view your opinion, or sorry, voice your opinion on what you may dislike, rather than just, you know, pressing dislike. I don't know who's disliking. I don't care who's disliking either. I'm just, you know, calling it out, because, you know, the dislike is like, what don't you like? You know, I didn't do anything to you. I'm just sharing some information for you. Alright, so enough of that. I'm gonna get into the video, the other side, and explain some of these questions. Alright, so catch y'all on the flip. Alright, so we're over here in the MPC. Yeah, we're over here in Studio One, and I have an instance of InstaChords, Pull-Up, Scaler, and Keyscape. I have Keyscape routed to InstaChord, and I'm gonna show you really briefly. When you open InstaChord, when you drag InstaChord from the browse section over here, make it clear enough to see. When you drag it into the work area, you want to make sure that you leave InstaChord the way it is set up right here, just like it is right here. You leave that just the way it is. Then whatever instrument VST you're using, you want to open this panel area so you could get this instrument input section. Okay, you click it, and when you open it originally, it'll be on all inputs, right? So what you do is you go to InstaChord or Scaler, for that matter, and that's how you route it. That's how you set it up. It's that simple. In the MPC, it's a little bit more difficult because you have to use a third-party plugin in order to route it. But in Studio One, it's golden. Okay? So what a lot of people is missing about this, the person who said that they didn't like it because they don't want to fiddle around with it. Let me be clear on who you are. Steve Masters says that, you know, he rather, and I don't mean to point you out, but you commented, so I'm sure there's other people that feel the same way. They say that he said or she said that they rather just, you know, play out the chords or draw it in rather than fiddle around with this utility tool. And I understand what you mean by it, but you may just not understand what this InstaChord is. Rather than drawing or playing, because a lot of us again are not trained to play chords. So this is a one trick pony. Like, you press one key and it plays a chord, a triad. When you record it, it records the triad. Okay, that's what you guys are missing, and you're able to change the chords and the functions. You're able to strum down, up, medium, fast, slow, right? You're able to change the single notes to strums, and this is just an amazing tool. So anyone who says that they don't find the use of it, again, everything is not for everyone, but this is a major deal in the production field as a utility tool for those of many who are not classically trained. And again, I don't per se, I don't need this. Let me just give you a back view on me. Yes, I need it because I'm not classically trained, but I have the MPC live, right? And the MPC software. Inside of the MPC, there's something called the pad perform mode, where I press one pad and it plays a chord. So I per se, I don't need it because I have that. But on the flip side of that, when I don't have the MPC plugged in, and I want to use that function, I can't use it inside of Akai, inside of the MPC 2.1 software, or as a plugin. I need to have a physical MPC plugged in. Until Akai fixes that, I'm going to need a Instachord or a scaler, because, you know, I can't play the chords. I mean, I could fiddle around, but that takes too long. See, the purpose of these tools is to speed up your workflow. If you guys are just doing this as a hobby or as a pastime, then you may not need this. You may not need to invest. But for the likes of many who uses production as a source of income, music production, we use it as a source of income. We need to speed up this workflow. So when that artist A calls you and say, hey, I need a such and such type of beat, I don't have to fiddle around. I could just pull up Instachord. They say they want a beat in C major scale. I pull this up and I'm able to play it. Right? And I'm playing that from my MIDI keyboard. Alright, so that's pretty much the setup. That's the routing. Whatever VST you're using, again, you go to instrument input in Studio One, you go to instrument input and you change it from all inputs to Instachord or scaler, and that's how you get it to work. All right, so I hope I answered that with you guys. Is down here you're able to change where it's being played in your section. So if you want chords A lower on your MIDI keyboard, you change it from C3 to C1, and you see that move from C3 to C1. All right. The other thing, and you could do it with chords B, picks A, picks B. It's the same thing. You just, you move it. You're able to change the octaves from what you're playing right here. You're able to transpose it. All right. The other thing that I want to share with you guys is that, man, I hope that don't mess up this recording. The other thing that I want to share with you guys, right, is how to set it up so you're able to play it. You see right here, when I press C sharp, it lights up and it shows you current chord. I press D, it shows you the current chord. Some of you may need it to be chromatic. I myself kind of need it to be chromatic. So I understand when I press C, I'm pressing C. When I press C sharp, I'm pressing C sharp, etc., etc. Right? Shout out to MG the Future. He pointed this out in his video that he did on his channel. I had this kind of set up the same way when he I was like, wow, he peeped that. I guess because people is coming in this section. I was just messing around with it to see how I could set it up. And basically you walk up the keys. Right here when you open this up, it shows you, right? C. So naturally you leave that at C. You put that, then you go to the black key and you put that at C sharp, right? And you just go up the key bed. There are only there are 12 keys. There are 7 white keys and 7 white keys, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 5 black keys. 7 white, 5 black, right? It equals out to 12 keys across the key bed. You just move up the octaves. The octaves is, you know, from C1 to C2, C2 to C3, C3 to C4, and so forth, right? C being the first key and B being the 7th key, right? Or, I'm sorry, B being the 12th key. If you were just doing the from C from C to C, B would be the 7th key. But if you're doing and you're playing with the black keys as well, then B would be the 12th key and C would be the 1st key. All right. So the other thing you want to do is you want to set it up so if you're in a major, if you set it up to be in a major scale, you go in and you choose it, major. All right. Right here is where I was trying to set up the C minor scale. But again, I'm not classically trained, so I'm not sure if I'm doing it correctly, but Scalar gives me an idea of how to do it. All right. So C minor, D diminished, E flat major, F minor, G minor, A flat major, B flat major. So I go here and I say this is the minor chord, so I start off with C minor. Then I just go up the bed and I place them in according to what this is. All right. If you know off the top of your head, because you're classically trained and you know it, you don't need to have Scalar open in order to do that. You can just go up and place it however you like to place it. All right. And that's pretty much it. The other thing is the voicing. You could do basic, first inversion, second inversion, and guitar. I think the best one is the guitar and the inversions, because the guitar adds that extra key, and inversion basically inverts the chord as you play it. So that's pretty much it for the most part. I just wanted to explain the routing situation for those who do not know how to route. Now, before I go, the MIDI keyboard situation. I don't know what DAW you're in. I only you commented under this video here, so I displayed it for the MPC in Studio One 3. So the person who asked about the MIDI keyboard, I think, who was it? Okay, Caleb Mraz says that they got it to work on their computer but can't get the keyboard to work. Alright, so again, I showed this with Studio One and the MPC. Really quickly, right here where you see MPK Mini, right next to it, adjacent to this, in between this settings, the cogwheel, there's a down arrow. You'd select your MIDI controller. Now, in order to get this here, you'd have to go to your preference. You'd go to external devices, and as you can see, I got the MPK Mini, my MPC Ren, my fader port, my MPC Live. They're all here, and that's a whole other video to set that up. But I have a video on my channel showing that. So I'm not really gonna go through that, but this is where you go to set up your MIDI controller. And once you have it, let me see something. You might be talking about the mapping as well. Let me read this one more time. Work my computer. I can't get it to work on my MIDI keyboard. Yeah. So if you're talking about setting up your whatever controller you have, you'd have to go into preferences and set up the MIDI controller. If you're talking about you can't get it to do this, you'd have to set your chords, set this section up right here. I stated that earlier in the video. Just rewind because I don't remember exactly what I said and I don't want to throw anyone off. Alright, so I'm gonna test something out that I have not tested yet. Is I'm going to play the chords. Now I know that if I record the if I go here and I put C the way that it is here, if I put C inside of here, then it'll be there, and then I don't need to play it. But I'm gonna try to play it and record it to see if it actually records. I haven't done this yet, so I'm not sure how it's gonna play out on video, but you know, I'll still leave it in. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna record something, nothing crazy. I just want to test this out. Alright, so as you can see, it recorded the strums. Now, what I don't think it recorded was the actual, like the C. Let me play it back though. Alright, so that's cool. Let me delete that. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try it again. This time, I'm gonna have InstaChord on and see what it does. That last one was a dud. So as you can see here, inside of InstaChord, it didn't record the strums. It just recorded the actual C, E, all these single notes that I recorded. And if I solo this, you hear nothing. Okay? See, you hear nothing. Now I hear nothing at all. Why is that? See some. Alright, so you guys get it. That's not the best example. I never give the best examples, but this wasn't like a, you know, a production kind of like instructional breaking down and doing all the fancy stuff. I just wanted you guys to really see the functionalities of InstaChord, because I'm getting a lot of questions behind it, behind that video that I did a couple days back, and I wanted to help you guys to understand it more clearly. Again, whenever you're routing, whether it be scalar or InstaChord, you want to make sure you widen and open this lane right here, and in instrument input you select InstaChord or scalar. All right, and that's pretty much it. I just showed you guys that you're able to record and play from your MIDI controller. All right, and it captures it both. In InstaChord captures just the chords, the single chords, you know, these chords right here, and your actual instrument captures the strums. Okay, and I didn't press C, I mean E, G, B. I didn't press none of these. All I pressed was one key, and I was able to get this. All right, so I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope you guys get the best of it. I broke it down in the most simplistic, layman's terms that I can. And you know, MG pointed out something. He said something in the matter of we take it for granted that we understand what this is and how to use this and how to set it up. We take it for granted, right? Because a lot of you guys out there are not computer savvy, and some of you guys really don't. Some of you guys are just on like hardware, and you're not really great on a computer like that. So the technical jargon that, you know, it may sound technical to you, and it is a little technical, but it's not that technical to me, or like, you know, anyone who do this like every day, right? You kind of understand it. It's like if you're a rapper, you should understand what a bar is. You should understand what a chorus is. You should understand what a hook is. You know, the jargon or the vernacular or the vocabulary. We want to increase that somehow. You know, like read some music books or something. You know what I'm saying? In your pastime, just to expand and widen your vocabulary. I'm not saying that as in to be demeaning or insulting. I'm just saying that for you to, you know, just widen your experience, so that when you stop by my channel and I, you know, say something like chord structure or something, you're not thrown by it. Okay? So again, no shade, no foul. I'm not saying that to be insulting at all. But that's pretty much it. So salute to everyone that stopped by and viewed this one. Shout out to everyone that commented in the last one. That is pretty much it. If there are any other comments, concerns, post it up in the comment section. I'll do my best to reply either in a video form, or I'll reply directly to you under that comment or question. Again, I don't work for any of these companies, so like the technical stuff, the real technical things, I don't know. So, you know, if I don't know something, I'll just say that I don't know. I don't, you know, do these videos to come out like I'm a guru or an expert. It's really just me reviewing it. And sometimes when I do these videos, I'm learning it and teaching it at the same time. All right? Just so you know, like, I don't stop learning. So when I learn something and I teach you it, I learn and teach at the same time. Just like just now I said, hey, I've never done this before. I've never done it ever. Off camera, on camera, I never done it. So I press record and I tested it out in front of you, for you, to show you that it can be done. I knew that it could be done, but I didn't have the need to do it before. So I just wanted to show you guys that step. And I learned something. I learned that InstaChord will only record the single notes, the single keys, and the actual VST will record the chord or the strum, if you will. So that's enough of me talking. Do remember that music is life. It is our DNA. Keep banging. Peace, love, and light. Till next time. Stop by Sample School Sundays if you haven't already. Stop by Sample School Sundays. Check it out. Look out for next week's Sample School Sundays. I got some good things in the works. If you're not following me on Twitter and Instagram, be sure to do so. I will post up those links. The links are always in the comment section. Not the comment section. The links are always in the description area of each video, but I'll, you know, highlight it in the video somehow when I edit it down. Alright, so love and light, peace and love. Go out there, make some good music, and enjoy yourself, man. Don't think that this thing is all technical and you can't use InstaChord because it's too technical. No, whatever machine, man-made machine. So don't make the machine use you. You use the machine for what you want it to do. All right, love and light. Till next time. Peace.